All right, man. Wanted to hop on here and talk about how the stock market actually affects the collectibles market because it affects it a lot, but it shouldn't. It feels really stupid, but that's just how it is. So there's going to be two groups of buyers that you are now missing out on when it comes to eBay. The first group of buyers that is typically buying collectibles, whether it's singles, sealed product, doesn't matter. Anything trading card related or collectibles in general, anything related, they are not buying because they are buying into the market. And that is the smart thing to do. That is what I would recommend you do. Not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please seek a professional. This is an entertainment channel only. What I'm gonna do as soon as we get all of our debt paid off, I think we have like a credit card that has 2,500 on it that we need to pay off in the next few days. Other than that, once that is completely paid off, I'm gonna start throwing money back in the market. I'm just kind of letting this settle, trying to see what it's kind of gonna do over the next few more days to see if it's really gonna start going or if it's gonna kind of stabilize, around this 47 range. I'm recording this on Monday at noon, by the way, on March 9th, Monday. So just for context where we're at. I need a few more days to make sure all our debts are paid off. I'm kind of aiming for next Monday when I'm going to start really throwing some money in. And if we, rebound the whole way up to, 48, 49, 50 again, then, I'll just continue kind of watching from the sidelines and once again, start putting money into the business instead of the market. Now, it's always, if I have to give you a piece of advice, which is still not financial advice, it's just advice in general. Typically, buying something is better than not buying something. So if you buy now, you buy tomorrow, you would have bought a week ago. Even if you would have bought when the market was at 50K and now you're down, 6%, over time, you should be all right. That's just how it's, historically gone. The other group of buyers when it comes to the trading card, collectible, all of that market, um, they sell their entire portfolio. They sell all of their cards. They sell all of their sealed. They sell everything and they take their pile of money that they just took a 5 to 10%, and in some cases, way more because, when it comes to sealed products in the trading card world, you're going to be looking at 70% of market in most cases. Some will pay you 85 if you're local. If you're, selling it online, you're probably taking a 30% bath off of market price. And if you need to sell a lot or in a hurry, you are probably getting 60%. So once again, you're taking a 10% bath on, off of the 70%. You're taking another 10% off of your sealed products because you think the economy is going to completely collapse. You want to hoard money. You want to get cash on hand. And you sell your entire portfolio because you do not want to see your little fake number go down. Those buyers will always be wrong. Well, I shouldn't say buyers, those people. Those people will always be wrong. They will always make the wrong decision. They will always let fear guide their life. And, I really don't have anything else more to say about those people. And unfortunately, those people are probably 80% of the buyers that have flaked on the market right now. We'll hop over to Car Ladder and take a look at the overall market volume here in a second, just to see if what I'm feeling is accurate. But right now, our sales, we had the worst Sunday that we have had in months. Absolutely in months. It was a really bad weekend. I know it's bad when I have a post office bin with 4 padded envelopes from Thursday night to Monday morning. 4. That means every other order went out standard envelope, all under $20. That is insanity. Like, that is pure insanity. That is some low sales. Before we head over to Car Ladder and take a look at the general market, I just want to tell you something. So, right in here, I had a fairly, at the time, it wasn't that much. I think I had, because I was still a lot younger and I wasn't nearly as financially educated and literate as I am now. I had just really started my investing journey in like 2019. It was mainly 2019. So right at this point, I had maybe $18,000 in the market, something like that. Nothing crazy at all. Um, and I watched my portfolio fall to under 10. I don't know how much it fell. It fell a lot. And I just looked at it and I was like, I'll be all right. So here, when we crashed, and up in this area right here, the next 2 to 3 months, um, I was actually I was getting stimmy money. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I got my two stimulus checks. What were those? $1,400, and I used one of them to buy a pool table, something that as a kid I had always wanted and idolized. And then the rest of the money went in the market. And then because people who were self-employed qualified based on how the I don't even remember what it was called, the government assistance with the stimulus packages and everything. If you were previously self-employed, you also applied to the stimulus. So I was getting paid like $600 a week. Every cent of that I threw into the market at this time, right in here. I was buying Lowe's stock at like 89 or 99. I can't remember. Let me see what it's at today. Now I have since redone my portfolio completely. I have a completely different strategy and everything, and this isn't a portfolio how to invest video or anything like that. Let's see what it was at. So it bottomed at what, 79? I know I bought it a little higher than that. But dude, I mean, you can see. You can see. I ended up selling it at it was very high. It was like one something. I want to say like one. It was not where it got to. Nah, no, I definitely sold it here. I sold it in these 150s, 140s, somewhere in this range. And I was like, holy shit. Barely any time went by at all and I doubled my money. My entire portfolio was, the original like 18 or whatever had recovered, but all that money that I was putting in at the bottom, bro, I made so much, and that really catapulted me and it really changed my perspective on everything. That was my first instance of really starting to be, become financially literate. And one thing that I really messed up on is I was really experimenting with like the crypto nonsense back then too. And it's actually a coin on Robinhood now, Shiba Inu. Um, I just saw a random tweet about this guy, like they're pumping SHIB next. And I was like, okay, it was dirt cheap. I threw $200 into it. In the course of 5 days, I was up to $6,000. And I actually thought it was going to run to 18 to 20, and I didn't sell. I will never make that mistake again, going from $200 to $5,000. I should have locked in that profit. It crashed, it dumped, and I ended up with about, after gas fees and everything, I ended up with about a $600 profit on it, which is still great. But at the same time, during this era, we didn't respect money at all. And I feel like the new era of card buyers and collectibles buyers do not respect money one bit. There is zero respect for the economics of everything going on. So let's check card ladder, then we'll wrap up. All right, so this looks to be about what I was feeling here. Can we bump this to 2 weeks? All right, so it has been since March 5th, we saw the market start to dive. So here on March 1st, which I'm going to assume is a Sunday, Sundays are always the highest volume days. And then since, we have not seen anything. We have not seen a thing. So we do have another Sunday on here. And as I said, it was the worst Sunday that we have had in months. And we can back that up with data. 1.35 million compared to a 7 million. Let's go for a month. All right. March 1st. We have a Sunday here. I don't know what February 22nd is. I don't know, which one of these days in here is going to be a Sunday. But let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might have miscounted that. But most likely this is the Sunday. Now it looks like we had a nasty beginning of February here. but you can see the clear-cut difference of buying. It is night and day. And yeah, I felt it. I mean, wow, that is a bad Saturday. Holy God, that is a terrible Saturday. Yeah, my sales this weekend were in the tank. So the stock market, I would say this is 100% due to the market. And like I stated at the beginning of this, and we'll wrap up here, you have two types. You have guys that are buying here. Now they're buying into the market. They are locking in those 5 to 10% discounts. The other group, which is a large majority of the buyer base, when it comes to me, our sales, we saw a 60 to 70% decline. That's probably roughly the amount of buyers. So for every 10 buyers, 7 of them are Timmys. 3 of them are Giga Chads. That's all I want to talk about. So let me know what you think. I'm going to post this on Tuesday, maybe? No, I'll switch the videos around. I'll post this today for you guys. I'll at least try and post it before the market closes. So maybe whenever it's posted, things rebound a little bit, but I doubt it. Stock market and the casuals and the Timmies, they hate conflict. So I'm just excited to get some discounts, and I hope it lasts another couple of weeks because yours truly would love to add to the portfolio. Appreciate you. I'll talk to you soon.